First off, it's Charles J. That just in case you ain't heard of me, they told me it was too late. But I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake. But you can't have your way, this ain't Burkhead. Everybody said it won't be till they see smoke, then they realize they'd rather have Turk than me.
What it do, what it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Listen, man, I plan on doing a couple videos today about boxing. Yes, this is 903 Boxing, and I am your host, Charles J. And yeah, I love to talk about boxing and the sweet science and all that there. But at the end of the day, that is only a sport. That is only a sport, and as much excitement as it could bring me, at the end of the day, it's way more shit going on in this world. All these goddamn notifications. Anyway, it's way more shit going on in this world that we just ignore. We just ignore it, and we just act like it's a fly on the wall, and we just swat it and keep going. 43 people shot in Chicago over the weekend. That's kind of a typical weekend these days. I was gonna let that shit go because there's so much killing. It's not enough time to report on all the black on black crime. It happened 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's happening right now as I speak. So I can't keep up with that shit. So I wasn't even gonna talk about this shit. But when I heard about the funeral home being shot up on the south side of Chicago, somebody is in critical condition that wasn't even involved in the shit. The whole car was shot up. Yeah, at the funeral home. Yeah, they kind of done it. It just at this point, I damn near want to go on a black on black crime series or some shit because it's pretty bad, bro. It's pretty bad. It's everywhere. It's not just in Chicago, but in Chicago it's different. I think everywhere at this point, everywhere in America, just everywhere in the world, black people can't get enough of killing each other. That's just what we seem to do. We attack each other. We don't attack nobody else. We attack each other. That's just what we do. That's what we're programmed to. That's how we move. We move like some self-hating ass robots. That's the way we move, like some self-hating ass robots that are controlled. You know, you motherfuckers act like robots. Anyway, Chicago is different. It's beyond self-hate. At this point, killing another black man is just a part of the culture in Chicago. It's just the culture. It ain't even self-hate no more. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. It might not. But anyway, that's the way it is now in Chicago. And I got this picture of Lil Durk because Lil Durk at this point, he's the king of Chicago. And I saw him shaking hands with the mayor, and I thought that was quite, funny. But yeah, he probably got him in his pocket, just like many other mayors are bought off. But I knew it wasn't to bring about no change. I'm gonna even go further. At this point, in my opinion, like, the young boy, he got this song, I'm a Demon, and he do demonic. A lot of these rappers do demonic shit, like they, put the horns on top of their head and shit, and just do a lot of evil, medieval shit they do, I guess to signify how much of a killer they is. But in my opinion, I think Lil Durk is the demon of hip-hop at this point. That motherfucker is a fucking demon, in my opinion, because you leading this shit. He's the head, you in charge of all this fucking killing. Because at this point, like I said, you the biggest thing in Chicago. Ain't nothing bigger. Yeah, you bigger than Farrakhan. But yeah, Chicago, a lot of people don't know this. Chicago once was a big city for boxing. It was a big city for comedy. Chicago was the headquarters of the Nation of Islam, which is where Elijah Muhammad used to speak at. Chicago has always been a very black city with it come from a history of organized black people. Chicago was like what they say Philly ain't that though, brotherly love. But that's what Chicago really was. Chicago And it's a beautiful city. A lot of people never talk about that. Chicago, and it's the second largest city in America. But Chicago got a deep history of militant black people. That's where Fred Hampton, he had a chapter in Chicago, and that's where he got killed at too, in his apartment in Chicago. But anyway, the point I'm making is, it's deeper than self-hate at this point. At this point, for one, they have an overwhelming amount of firearms, overwhelming amount, and that's in every ghetto. But in Chicago, I think you can buy guns like you can buy bubble gum, and you know, one would think this just some regular shit, but I'm gonna tell you how normal we think killing is these days, and normal it is for us to die. 43 killings in one weekend is normal in Chicago. If 43 officers, if 10 officers, if 10 officers got killed over a weekend in the same city, that shit would travel worldwide. It would travel worldwide. 10 Asians got killed at a nightclub, and Joe Biden passed a law the next day saying Asian hate crime bill. You can't do no kind of hate towards them, or it's gonna be called hate. And yeah, you'll go to jail for some shit like that. You can't even get in a fight with no Asian now. You'll damn near go to jail. Yeah, I think you'll go to the pen for hitting one of them. That's 5 years to 99 or some shit. So it's just amazing how the world just sits and watch this shit. And what's the saddest about it is we do nothing about it. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. I don't know if we peeped that shit yet. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Ain't no other group screaming, black people stop killing each other. We tired of hearing about it. We tired of seeing it. Ain't none of the world will sit and just watch, and just the world keep going. Everybody keep doing what they do until we stop it. The laws ain't gonna stop it. They enable it. Nobody gonna stop it until we stop it. I know it don't seem too important to you motherfuckers. It don't never seem important till it hit home. It don't never seem important until that shit hit your fucking doorstep. And I don't wish it on nobody. I don't wish that on nobody. And I don't believe in karma or none of that shit. Because black folks only believe in karma towards black folks. We always talking about, see, that's what he get. Yeah, he had been doing that shit and he was fucking around and he got exactly what he deserved. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, I don't believe in karma. Until white folks get some karma or I see some evened out karma, then I believe in some shit like that. But this shit is a catastrophe. The amount of people that die, the amount of us that, the way we die young, bro. The way we die young, bro, that shit make it hard for me to think about some motherfucking boxing. It make it hard for me to talk boxing, bro. At the end of it, I'm gonna tell you something. The way this world is shifting and the way we are declining as a people, the way we getting knocked off the face of this fucking earth like clockwork, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna talk about boxing. Because I care way more about my people, bro. This shit bothers me in a major way. In a major way. And if only we looked at when another brother got killed as if we looked at it like it was our own brother, then I think we would stop this shit. We would stop this shit. There are no leaders because everybody just trying to get money. Everybody just trying to get money. Another thing I noticed about black folks that we don't do, because, you know, even though we ain't militant or none of that shit, if a cop kill a brother tonight, whatever city it's in, it's gonna be by 70 brothers marching, and they gonna march for 2 days and 2 nights, and you gonna hear black folks online talk about it for 5 days, and it's over with after that. There would be no talks about it. That man that was killed by the laws would never be remembered again. But we gonna talk about it for 5 days. But when black on black crime, when brothers get shot in the hood every day, we don't never talk about that. We don't never march for that. When will we march against black on black crime? When will we march on that? And it's deeper than that. It's deeper than the black on black crime. How do they fucking get the guns? They wouldn't be killing each other if you didn't supply them with it. So as much as I can talk about black on black crime, and yeah, the self-hate up in the soul of us is fucked up, but they give us all the tools to destroy ourselves. Just like Tupac mama told them, they're going to give you everything to destroy yourself. And so they give us the tools. They give us the drugs. They give us the guns. They give us the they let us gang bang. Let me tell you, bro, the kind of military we got in America, they could make all them GDs denounce that shit. Yeah, if the military say, if I see you represent that shit, it's a bullet to your head off the rip. And the military is way bigger than the vice lords. So the GDs, every GD in Chicago, including Lil Durk, will hang that shit up if the government told them motherfuckers we were laying down law on you motherfuckers. So they got all the power in the world to stop all the violence in the world, but they gonna give it to us. They're gonna give them military. They're gonna keep shooting off guns all over the country and the ghettos, just like they did in the 80s. But it just at a 10 times faster rate. Imagine if all them killers in Chicago just started pointing their weapons towards just other groups of people that ain't black, whether it's the police, whether it's anybody. I'm not saying they should, but I'm just telling you, bro, it'll be a way bigger stir. That shit'll get stopped. They'll shut down the south side. The laws can shut down the entire south side of Chicago if they can have them motherfuckers like the pandemic, and have all them motherfuckers in their apartment. And you can't leave out your fucking apartment. They'll put all them Draco, cause one thing about all gangsters, they get on their fucking knees like a woman when the laws show up. All gangsters get on their fucking knees. So, like I said before, it's just in the soul of you motherfuckers. And at this point, black people just don't, there is no love. And it ain't in the church, it ain't in the mosque, it ain't in Islam, it ain't in Christian. I don't know no religion where it teach black folks to just love yourself. We always want to be some multicultural motherfucker. We always want to say people of color, but I don't never hear people of color mention black folks. So anyway, ain't no religion gonna solve it. Because the religions these days don't teach love. Because if we really taught love and we really believed in God and we really believe, we would want to stop the violence. We would want to do something about it. And you know what? It's a lot of things I want to do. It's a lot of things I aspire to do. It's a lot of thoughts and ideas that I have. A lot of things I want to do in the community. Yeah, and I'm disappointed that I'm not in the position yet to fulfill the things that I want to fulfill. But also, it takes a village. It takes a village. It takes a team. It takes men working together, which is some shit we haven't seen in our lifetime. But it takes men working together, and the kids gonna see that, and that's why our kids don't respect us. Kids grow up seeing black men fight each other, and women go to war with their baby daddy until they homegirl at the baby daddy and shit. So that's why our kids don't. You know, women think when they down the man that the kids just gonna look down on the man. The kids look down on you too. So we living in times where kids don't respect either or the parents. Not saying about every parent, but most black parents, most parents, period, your kids don't respect you because they don't see true leadership. So it takes a village, bro. It takes all of us. It takes together we stand, divided we fall. It takes a group of us. And our problem is we don't know how to get a group together and start a group. And you know, that's why I say I don't want to start no 903 revolution or none of that kind of movement, because it'll be another black group trying to grow against me. I don't believe in what 903 revolution stand for, and we gonna start a 504 revolution, and it's gonna be better than 903. See, that's what just monkeys arguing over bananas. And we don't never know how to get to the problem. So it ain't no name for this shit that I'm trying to do. It's just some black shit. It's just some empowerment shit. It's just some love. But at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to, because you have to have love to be concerned. You have to have love, and not just for your people, but for one another. Like what I'm saying, like to really love somebody, you care about their situation. That's why a lot of you motherfuckers ain't good friends. You don't check on your homie. You don't really check on them. You know, motherfuckers commit suicide every day, and they had thousands of friends, but not one of them checked on them. So, our definition of love is fucked up. We some every now and then loving type motherfuckers. We'll love you every now and then until you piss us off, and then we don't love you no more. So, but love is that's the key to everything. And until we love ourselves and love one another, we'll never get forward, bro. We just declining. We dying. We broke as shit. We broker than we've ever been. We don't own nothing. We have nothing to call ours. Not even hip hop. And that shit too fucking dangerous anyway. That's the only music that's allowed for black people to talk about killing black people. Only black people. Because if a rapper talk about killing anybody else tomorrow, he'll be canceled. But he can talk about killing other black folks in his music, and it's celebrated. But you can't talk about killing nobody else. So it's safe to say that it's allowed for us to. It is allowed. We still get life without parole and get 70 years, but it's really allowed for black men to kill one another. It's allowed. So 43 people in one weekend. Chicago, I'm gonna tell you something. I swear, if y'all reverse that anger and reversed it towards the system with all these Dracos you motherfuckers got and all this anger and all them dreads, let me tell you something. Y'all could go to war with the Chicago police, right? And I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all would cause up a start. This would be the biggest revolution probably ever if Chicago, all them goons, if they turned their hate towards the system. They stir up some shit. They have to claim martial law on us or some shit and lock all black folks down, because that's how we just don't understand the power. We just don't understand the power. But not telling you motherfuckers to harm any motherfucking body, but I damn sure ain't telling you motherfuckers to harm each other. I'm just telling you, bro, it's so normal. It's just normal shit. It's normal shit to scroll down Facebook and another brother I know was shot and killed. It's just normal. All of us know a brother that done got killed in the last month. Everybody knows some black men in the last month that was killed. Every last one of them, because that's how fast we dying. No matter what state you in, no matter what city you in America, it's a brother somewhere that you know he was killed within the last month. So that's how rapid we dying, bro. So it fuck with me, because I understand that we just some individual thinking motherfucker. Long as I'm good, long as my house good, and I got a shiny car and I got some shiny shit, we just think the whole world's shiny. We don't give a fuck about our cousin that's on dope that's been homeless for 10 years. It's just a lot of shit. We just some selfish people. We some selfish people that have adopted this westernized way of thinking, because that's some westernized way of thinking, and we have a westernized way of love. We some selfish motherfuckers, and until we care about all of us, we won't get nowhere, bro. We won't get nowhere. We won't get nowhere. We are in times where black men do not know how to work together at nothing. You motherfuckers can't even change a motherfucking fuel pump and work together and do it. Or you'll argue over that, over who got the better fucking idea. So, I don't know, it's sad, bro. I can't stop talking about it. I can't stop. I can't stop, bro. Just gotta stop, man. You just gotta stop. Shit crazy, man. Shit gotta stop. I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe it may have to be just like I said, a black on black civil war where black folks just try to X each other out, and we just, that's what it's gonna have to. Black folks are gonna have to finally go to war or call a truce or something. Bloods and Crips and Cali still killing each other, and that shit way back from the 80s. And you motherfuckers still dying and killing over some bitch ass shit from the 80s. Sure. But you ain't gonna war with them goddamn Mexicans and them Southsiders. Motherfuckers. But the world just sit back and watch us. I'm telling you, we the monkeys of the show. We have become what white folks told us we was. They told us way back when we really thought some of ourselves. They told us we was monkeys. And that's what we've become. The monkeys of the show that would do anything or would cross any other brother over any banana. Whether that motherfucker ripe or not. And we're gonna tap dance. That's what we good at. We good at dancing, singing, and eating bananas. But unity is what it's gonna take. It's gonna take love. It's gonna take compassion. There's no compassion. So, like I said, we just hear about death and we just scroll past that shit just like we do on Facebook and Instagram. But anyway, I done said what I can say. Like I said, just in my heart, bro. It's in my heart. And I only had this channel a year, so you can just only imagine how much built up frustration I have that I've been wanting to express. I don't know, bro. Hey, like I said, this shit may leave boxing. I may just say fuck boxing because ain't no sport more important than the lives of black people. So that should come first to me. Fuck some boxing and fuck that sweet science shit when it comes to the death and destruction of my people. This is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Joel J. With that, I'm out.